What's up, YouTube? This is ragetagger with my 6 Samurai deck. I'm gonna make a 6 Samurai profile video for you. And before I begin, when you view the video, please don't leave comments like why don't you run this, or why don't you run that, and why don't you run it this way, because I mean I run my deck how I want to, and I mean if you want to make suggestions, that's fine, I'm all for it, but just don't ask smart-ass questions is basically my point. Because I do run a very weird build, but I mean, it's how I want to run it, so let's get started. First of all, 3 Kagemusha. Main tuners of the 6 Samurai deck. I mean, he's just amazing. And plus, with his effect, I mean, if something gets targeted, he can take it all by himself. 3 Kagekis. I like him because, unless he's Veilered, but, normal Kageki and special summon another 6 Sam, usually Kagemusha, or different ones for different scenarios. Some people run 2, but because sometimes in certain hand situations, when he's Veilered, it can leave you in a really tight spot, but I actually like it because in the short time that I've been dueling with my Sams, I've never really gotten a bad hand where he's gotten Veilered and then I couldn't make something out of it. So I run 3. I like Kageki. He's really good. Plus with a 2,000 defense, and if there's another Sam, he gets a 1,500 boost to a 1,700. Next is 3 Kizons. Kizon is basically the main card of the main deck. I mean, you've got to have it's one of those cards that you've got to have in your deck. Kizon is just amazing. 2 other Sams, he gains 300, he's a 21, and he's just awesome. 3 Mizuhos. Mizuho I love because, he contribute to destroy cards on your field, so, and plus he's, in the tournament that I went to a few days ago, he got me out of a really tight spot and actually gave me a good record for it. I lost in tops, but I still did really good with him. He saved me a lot. And of course, you can't have red without blue. Sheena I love because when it's tributed, get another 6 Sam out of your graveyard. How good is that? Elder. I use Elder for if I don't have a Kageki in hand, I can special Elder and then normal Kagemusha, so Veiler can't come into play at all or anything else. And then it's like, okay, well, I'll get Shien anyway. And plus it's good with asceticism if I need to get Shien, or if I'm trying to go for Stardust. 1 Spirit if I need to pump up a monster to get over something. He's really useful. Plus if he destroys, if he's attached to something and that monster destroys it, I get to draw a card. That's just awesome. Hand I love because it's like Mizuho, but you can the one difference is it can do it more than once and it contribute itself, and that's what I love about the hand. Next is the Great Shogun Shien, the powerhouse of the main deck. He is really good. I like him because with Shien, with legendary 6 Samurai Shien, he limits my opponent to use 1 spell or trap per turn, and Shien can negate it, so that basically locks them down. So they can't get any help from their spells and traps. Inishi, Shien's Chancellor. I love him because, usually when I have him, I usually already have tons of Sams in my graveyard. And plus his effect is I can destroy, let's see, target 1 face-up monster and destroy the target. Now, he can't, obviously, it'd be too broken if he could attack afterwards, but still, he's a 2200 6-star, so, and he can destroy, so he's really good. I like Inishi. And of course the Grandmaster. I am actually going to replace probably one of the Elders with another Grandmaster because I don't currently run 2, but I do like Grandmaster. It's like if he's Dark Hold, I can get a Sam out of my graveyard. I love Grandmaster. Plus he's a 2100 5-star, and he can be special summoned if there's another 6 Sam, so he's really awesome. Now to the spells and traps. Smoke signal. Gotta have the smoke signal for getting out the main SAMs. Gateway. I'm on the way to getting a super from trying to make a trade with 2 Purple Sox 26. He is a really good trader, by the way. I like the cards he has. But Gateway is a really good card if you need to search out cards. It's like just kind of pick your moment, special or normal or whatever, and then you can search out what you need from your deck or graveyard, and it's a really good plus. Dojo. Usually, if I normal special, I mean, go to graveyard and get a Kagamusha for an instant synchro. Of course, we've got the 3 Uniteds. They are just amazing. Plus, they're good to use with. I love the Gateway loop. It's so amazing. It's so fun to use. We've got Asceticism for that instant synchro with Elder and Kagamusha. We've got Rhoda. Great for getting a Keyzon if you need it. We've got a Monster Reborn. Gotta always have one of those. Heavy Storm. You know, I'm not really a big fan of Heavy Storm because, I mean, it's really just, I think it's kind of too broken. I mean, yeah, it destroys your spells and traps, but I mean, if you don't have any down and they have a full back row, I'll destroy all of them. That's just really too broken. I mean, of course, gotta have the Dark Hole. And because I have Heavy Storm, I only run 2 MSTs, but I'm probably gonna bring it down to 1. Because, I mean, if you have Heavy Storm, there's really no need. 2 Musakani Magatama, awesome for saving SAMs from destruction effects. But the trick is, if you have a Shien monster on the field, you can't use it because, obviously, like if you have Shien's Daredevil or Great Shogun or Anishi, I mean, you can't use it because they're a Shien monster. They're not 6 SAMs, so you can't use it with them, which is kind of a downside to them, but I do like them. Double-edged sword, great for really anything. If you need monsters, you can bring back Kagamusha and Kageki just for a defense, and you only burn for, like, I mean, you do burn with it if they're still on the field, but I mean, you only burn for 200 and 400, so I mean, it's really great. Got my Solemn Judgment. I only have the Judgment because I have not been able to get my hands on a Solemn Warning yet. I am trying to get one, but I mean, it'll do for now. And finally, Torrential Tribute. Just beast card to have. Just so pro. I mean, summon a huge monster, like summon Envoy, Torrential, bye-bye. You just remove 2 monsters for nothing. And now on to the extra deck. And like I said, I don't know if I said this or not, but my extra deck is actually kind of dwindled. Before I ran SAMs, I sold most of my synchros. Don't know why. I know, call me an idiot, whatever. I don't know why. But I sold most of my synchro deck. I'm trying to build it back up. I'm still missing a Catastor, Beast, Barkion, Trish, Bryanak, you know, the staples. But I'm trying to build it back up. But here's what I got so far. I've got a pretty good synchro deck for the SAMs. Of course, Shien. Mine's ulti. It's very pretty. Isn't he pretty? I mean, negate spells and traps on either turn. So, Colossal Fighter gains 100 attack for every warrior in either graveyard. Plus, if he's destroyed by battle, he can special summon himself from the graveyard. Awesome plus. We've got Gaianite, which is just an awesome 26 beater. We've got Stardust. All hail Stardust. You gotta have him. He's just amazing. We got Red Dragon Archfiend, which actually I'm probably going to be trading him to 2 Purple Sox 26 for the Super Gateway. But I mean, I have to wait for him to get back to me on that. But it's still a pretty good card. I mean, 3,000 attack. I mean, and plus it's, I mean, if it attacks a defense position monster, I mean, destroy all defense position monsters your opponent controls after damage calculation. I mean, that's pretty boss. And lastly, I have Ancient Fairy Dragon. I use him because if I'm in a really tight spot where they've got like 27s and 2800s and all that good stuff, Grandmaster Kagemusha, Sync, Wall. And plus, if I need to, I can special summon monsters. And plus, it's a good card against Gravekeepers because of Necro Valley. And, I mean, I just love, I destroy Necro Valley, I can use my graveyard again. And I gain 1,000 life points, so that's like a double plus. So, it's just really awesome. Well, that is it for the deck profile, and I will see you later, YouTube.